Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to another weekend market watch. Today is Saturday, March 29th. It is the end of March, so hopefully you guys had a good month. Hopefully April will be warmer. It was a very, I won't say cold, but it wasn't a warm month here where I live. But let's go ahead and get on into the market. Now, before we get into the market, I will say there was a lot of leaks this week. I'm not going to go over them. You can either check out the Yugioh subreddit or Yugioh organization, and they will have all the information there. But needless to say, there was a lot of leaks. Since it's leaks, it is speculation. We don't know for sure. But there was a lot of support cards for various archetypes. Some that we're going to go over here. And yeah, so definitely go check it out. Some of your favorite archetypes might have gotten one card, or there might be cards that incidentally support your strategies. There was a lot. So without getting too bogged down in it, the best-selling cards of the week. 7th Tachyon still holding a $55 price tag. It was 60 to 70 last week. It's slowly going down as people pick them up and people realize, well, you don't need it for Rise. It just helps a lot. Same thing with 7th Ascension here. It's still holding about 50, so you are going to want some combination of 7th Tachyon and 7th Ascension to search it. It's not necessary. It is a pretty bad starter, but the consistency helps a lot for Ryzeal. A lot of the Odeon support cards, The Last Judge, Man with the Mark, Treasures of the Kings, they're all holding about a $10 price tag. There's really not a lot in Maze of the Master other than these and the Perulia here that are worth it. Lordly Load is still holding 55. The Ultra Rare Perulia is 25. Fulos is still holding 45. Let's see, Barrel Dragon's holding 25. Engraver's down to 40. Meows is 45. The Dominus cards are still holding their price tag. There's a lot of cards that just really haven't changed a lot in the market, especially the best-selling ones. They're still holding a pretty similar price tag to last week. The White Forest cards are going up. We could go over that really quickly. The White Forest cards, I think, because we have new support for the White Forest Azamina deck, a lot of the cards are spiking up a little bit. Not a ton. Azamina LZ is on an all-time low. You do only need one, maybe two of it. Same thing with the Stellar, but LZ of the White Forest is up to almost 40. And that's the only money secret right now. There's other ones that obviously are nice to have, like the Diabell and the various other cards. It's really LZ for the actual White Forest dungeon that's really powerful. Anything else here that we have that's worth looking at? Ulcanix still holding 20. I'm surprised Fire Kings is still holding a higher price tag, considering it topped the one YCS and then has done nothing else. Other than that, everything else is pretty the same. So let's talk about Super Quants. Super Quants had some really great support revealed a couple weeks ago, and there were some pretty big buyouts, but things have settled down lately. Grand Pulse is still holding a $5 to $6 price tag. This is only, so a lot of these cards only had a couple of printings. Grand Pulse had a rare from Wing Raiders, same thing with Magna Liger and whatnot. Magnus was lucky enough to get a dual power card, but the original secret, which did shoot up to around $50 there, is now back down to about $10, $11. So it has gone down a good bit. But your big money cards are going to be the Grand Pulse and the Blue Layer. Those are the most expensive, $7 and $5. We've also got red layers at about 2 to 3, but everything else luckily is fairly cheap. You only need one green layer. White layer is a rare from Dark Neostorm, so different set. Same thing with Alphan. It was a common in Wing Raiders. A lot of these cards don't have too many printings, so I'm hoping we get some higher rarity printings in something like the Quarter Century Stampede, but that remains to be seen. Centurion. Centurion is a deck that I really find interesting. It fell off pretty hard. There's still some people who really like the deck and want to rep the deck, and it is actually pretty cheap now. You're looking at $5 or less for pretty much everything. Trudea, Primera, Legatia, Axula, they're all relatively cheap. $6 for Centurion, Primera, and Trudea, $3 for Legatia, $5 for Axula. Everything else here was in common or super, so it's nothing. So you're not looking at too expensive of a core. So if you really like Centurion, I think now might be a great time to pick it up. Same thing with Emblema. Emblema Oath is up to about $8, which isn't bad considering it did hold a $20 price tag not too long ago. Yeah, you can see it was up to 21 for the original Ultra. Very powerful card, very powerful deck, but I'm not sure it is. I'm not sure it'll see too much play going forward. I want to talk about Vanquish Soul. So Vanquish Soul did get a new support card in the leak. It was a pretty good one. From what I could tell, I don't know too much. I'd have to talk to some of the people I know who play Vanquish Soul, but there was a new card revealed. Luckily, not too many cards in Vanquish Soul are too expensive. Rosin's about $1, Borger's about $1. The two expensive cards right now are Pantera, Mad Love, and Caesar Valius because they didn't get reprints. Where's Mad Love? There's Mad Love is a $12 card, Pantera is about a $4 card, and Caesar Valius is about a $10 card. Or I guess Caesar Valius. No, that's a CR. That's not a Prismatic Sea group. So hopefully these get reprinted soon. We also have Stake Your Soul. This is about $1 because they get reprinted in the Mirrors tins. But it is Mad Love and Caesar Valius are the really expensive ones. I think you play 2 to 3 Mad Love, 2 Caesar Valius, and I think you play 1 Pantera. That's why it is the cheapest one, even though it is also the solo print. So very strong deck, very good resource deck. It's basically Sky Strikers, but from 2023-ish, I think. So yeah, new support coming. Hopefully we get reprints. Mitsurugi was also a deck that got a good amount of support cards. It's not too surprising considering it is a TCG exclusive. And because of that, the ritual, Mitsurugi Ritual, shot up. You can see it was around $10 to $12 here, but it has shot up to $20, $22 because of the new support cards. I don't know why it shot up. This shouldn't have been surprising. It's a TCG exclusive archetype that was pretty good out of the gate. It was going to get new support. We knew it was going to get more support. I don't know why this dropped down so much. But this is a very powerful archetype, especially when combined with Ryzeal. Assuming that Ryzeal doesn't get hit too terribly hard, I think with the new support, Mitsurugi Ryzeal would be really, really strong. But then again, we have to see how Ryzeal looks when that set comes out. Last couple cards, these are Edison cards. Black Witch Drago, this card has been bought out substantially because of I believe it's Gigavi's list now that uses this card. This card is crazy for any Gemini strategy. It's one of the only 3K Synchro 8s, and it needs a Gemini non-tuner, so Gigaplant, which is a really good card to begin with. You can see that you can't even get near mint copies until you get into the $60 mark, and these are all foreign copies. If you want a near mint first ad, I think you're paying a lot. You're paying $70 to $80 a copy. I do have 2 of these because I played the Gemini list. I bought these back when I think they were 20 to 30 a piece. So I would, if you have these, maybe consider moving them. This is definitely a card that is up for a reprint. It has been meta in Edison for a while. I could see it being a QCR in Quarter Century Stampede, so that would be a good one. Lastly, here is Planet Pollutant Virus. They play this, I believe, in Mitsurugi. I'm not going to say it's a good card, but it is a very powerful floodgate that is searchable somehow. And it is a solo print, so it is right now a $12 card. I would highly recommend digging through your bulk if you remember opening Crimson Crisis, or if you're at a store that has old bulk bins, maybe go through them, try and find these, and maybe you can make some money off of it. But that being said, that is it for me today, guys. Sort of a short market watch. I hope you don't mind. There hasn't been too much. I'm really hoping that there's going to be a lot of changes when we get... I believe we're getting Quarter Century Stampede soon, as well as Alliance Insight. I think they're both coming out relatively soon, so hopefully we see some big changes then. But until then, we're going to stick with the current market as it is. So hope you guys enjoy, and catch y'all in the next one. Peace.